All right, I am here with Coach Jeff Givens. Jeff, a little better year than last year. Let's talk about this season.
Okay.
So, what'd you guys do different this year?
We just got a little bit older, honestly. When I came in, we had one senior, 4 juniors, and 1 sophomore. So obviously, really young team last year. We played 6 freshmen and 8th graders for probably 90% of the game, or 90% of the season. So just a lot of trials and tribulations you go through with young guys like that, and we just have kept grinding. You know, in the off season we worked a little bit harder, and from what I can tell, that hadn't happened for quite a few years. You know, no knock against the previous coach, but it wasn't as evident whenever you came out that they'd been practicing, you know, all summer, all winter, and getting ready for the season. So we did that, and this is the second year we've done that, and you can just kind of tell they're starting to catch up. You know what I mean? And you know, more competitive every day, and we're just trying to build on that because we're still, you know, sophomore laden. So as the years go by, hopefully when they become seniors, we're in the fight with some good teams.
Now, of course, you guys are a tough district anyway. I mean, you know, with a 3-team district, it's always tough.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's kind of a one of those things, roll of the dice. You're either in the region tournament or you're not.
Yeah.
And talk about that district that you're in this year. You guys are very competitive in that this year, way more than last year.
Well, you know, people always ask, is there just the 3 teams in there? And I'm like, yeah, but it's 3 tough teams, you know what I mean? So we beat Union twice this year. That was a big accomplishment for us, and played good ball in both those games. Henderson, we have some tendencies to kind of, when they get off the bus, it's kind of, you know what I mean? We feel like we're beat already sometimes. And I've been talking to these guys for 2 years now about that. You know, you're there. You're there. You just got to trust yourself, and I don't think they're doing that yet. But, you know, we keep getting chances. We're eventually going to break through against them, I think. So going into this year's district, we're going to play Union. We're going to beat them again to get to Henderson, and then you know, do the best that we can to punch them in the mouth early, and try to win that game and get a loser, you know, going in the region instead of having to face a winner coming out of the other district.
Now, with again, with this district and being so tough, what are you telling the guys to prepare them for this? As you said, you know, you've got a heavy sophomore team, so they're familiar with it, but do they know it?
Yeah. Well, I think I think a lot of that, Tom, is just going to be, you know, getting in there and getting game action. You know, until you're in those situations, until you feel that pressure, you can't teach it by saying it. You know what I mean? So the more times we can get out there and play them, the deeper we can get in the season, the deeper we can get in the district tournament. Maybe getting in the region tournament this year or next year, it'll give them that taste and let them understand that what they're going to have to do and what they're going to have to fight through, the adversity you're going to have to fight through in those situations. Because, you know, like I said, I was coach at Henderson for a long time, so going to a region tournament wasn't a big deal then. But coming here and trying to change that culture, it is a big deal to them. And I think that once we get that situation where we can get to a region tournament, they're going to start to understand what all the work's for. You know what I mean?
There you go.
Yeah.
And, of course, I mean, you know, Webster County is never a team that you're just going to come in and run over. I mean, you guys come in here tonight at Crittenden County, you come into their house, and you put a pretty good whooping on them. Talk about this game, and what did you do to prepare for it?
Well, we just played them like last weekend, not this past weekend, but the weekend before that, on the back end of playing Grayson County. And we kind of laid an egg against Grayson. I thought we played flat, and you know, I told them, I was like, you know, this is a region team. You know, we got to. You know, they're not going to lay down for us, and you know, we was 5-5 in the 7th inning, and wheels fell off. You know what I mean? They scored 7 runs and beat us 12-5. And after the game, I'm telling them, I'm like, you know, you can't falter in those kind of situations. You know, you can't lay in it. You can't be terrible against somebody in 1 inning around here because they'll put it on you, and they did. So when we came in tonight, we had a mindset. We had a guy on the bump that I thought could do what we needed to, and we snapped out of sort of a mini hitting slump about past 3 or 4 games. We just played UHA yesterday, and down there at their place, and it was 2-1 ball game. You know what I mean? And we still weren't hitting the ball. It was a good game. Don't get me wrong, but we just weren't we were hitting it. We just were hitting that. We were hitting at guys. You know what I mean? So we kind of broke through tonight. And about third inning, we started hitting the ball and squaring it up. And you know, just kept on churning. You know what I mean? You can't let up, and we didn't tonight. You know.
There you go. There you go. And of course, now this week poll's not out yet. It'll be out later on tonight.
Yes,
I know you guys have moved up a little bit in it, and people are starting to notice.
Yeah.
So, like I said, wish you the best of luck the rest of the year. Look forward to seeing you again,
Appreciate it.
and let you get back to this JV game.
All right, sir.